seen about rest and motion. So rest and motion and their relativeness. That means object can be rest and object can be in motion depending upon from where we are watching it, right? From where we are observing it. Let us continue from here. Now let us see motion in a straight line. Motion in a straight line. As the name suggests, we will talk about motion in a straight line. Now if you take example, now if you are going to somewhere, you are taking road. A road, if you take suppose you are going from school to home, then you will come across that road is turning at so many places. But if you take the section of that journey, you will find that there will be some section where road will be a straight line. Road will be straight line. So here let us take this as origin. 1, 2, 3, 4. I am marking it here. 6, 7, 8. Let us say 0 at A, 4 at B, 6 at C. So let us say that some person is starting from A, some person is starting from A and it goes to up to B. Right? It goes to up to B. Then you can find that here. Then you can find that person is going from A to B and the distance is here 4 meters. Fine. Now that person moves from if that person moves from B to C, then what is the total distance? The total distance covered will be here 6 units. Fine. Now if this person take turn and come back to point B. Now in this case, what is happening? Person is starting from A, then going to B, and then going to C, and then going to B again. If I ask what is the total distance, then we will measure it from A to C, it is 6, and C to B, it is 4. So total distance is here. Total distance is 6 plus 4, 10 unit. Fine. Here it is unit. Total distance is here 10 unit. Now if I ask what is the displacement, then displacement is A to B only. So in this case, what is the displacement? Displacement is only the distance between A to B, that is 4 unit. Fine. Here we have used two terms, one is distance, one is displacement. Now if you observe here carefully, person is starting from A, it is going up to B, and then again going up to C, and then turning back to B. He is traveling from A to B to C to again B, but here if you see distances I have written 10 units and displacement I have written 4 units. Displacement is I have written 4 units. 4 units is basically distance between A and B. Now why so? What is the difference? Why answer is different? Although person is traveling same distance, what is the difference between displacement and distance? First of all, distance is actual distance covered or actual path length. Distance is actual path length covered. Distance is actual path length covered. And displacement is shortest distance between initial point and final point. Displacement is shortest distance between initial and final position. Initial and final position. What does it mean? Let us go back to the first example. Person started from A, it went to B, B to C, and then again C to B. This point was A, this was B, fine. This point was C. Person started journey from A, went to B, B to C, and then again C to B. So in this case, if you see here, that distance between A to C plus C to B was our distance, the path length of A to B, B to C, and then again C to B. That was our distance, and whereas the displacement was A to B. This was the initial position, this is the final position. A is our initial position. A is our initial position and this is our final position. B is final position. B is our final position. Fine. So the path length from A to B to C to B is our distance, and path length of A to B is our displacement. Now coming to second part. This is a scalar quantity. This is a scalar quantity. Whereas displacement is vector quantity. Whereas displacement is vector quantity. Now what is scalar and vector? And unit of both distance and displacement are both the same. Both has same SI unit. Distance and displacement is same. SI unit of distance is meter and SI unit of displacement is meter. So SI unit for both is meter. And here also meter. Now I have used term scalar and vector. Let us see what is scalar. The scalar quantity and vector quantity. There are two types of physical quantity. What is physical quantity? Which we can measure. Those quantity which we can measure, that is physical quantity. So there are two types of physical quantity. One is vector and one is scalar. There are certain quantity which we measure and we don't need any direction. If I ask you what is the time, you will say directly, okay, fine, time is now 3 o'clock. Or what is the if I ask you what is the distance of your house from school, then you will say 3 km in the direction of east or 3 km in the direction of west. Then only I can find your home, right? From the school you said distance along with the direction. Because if you say only 3 km from the school, then I can go anywhere in any direction. So you have mentioned that 3 kilometers from the school and in the direction of east. Then I have particular direction, I have to go in the direction of 3 kilometers, then only I can find your house. So like that, here you are using a direction when those physical quantities which can be described with direction along with the magnitude, then we will say that that is vector quantity. So what is the scalar quantity? Those physical quantity which has only magnitude which has only magnitude is called a scalar quantity. Now if you see example of a scalar quantity, time, distance, time is whenever, like time is 1 hour, 30 minutes, 60 seconds, you will not mention direction, you will only mention the whatever is the time magnitude. Then 30 second or 40 minutes, this 30 second is magnitude, this 40 minutes is magnitude. Like distance 2 meter, this is also magnitude. You are not mentioning in which direction. In which direction time is 30 seconds. So time, distance, similarly temperature. Distance, time, temperature. These are the example of scalar quantity. Now let us see vector quantity. Vector quantity those physical quantities which has magnitude as well as direction. Magnitude and direction is called vector quantity. So let us see example of vector quantity. Now if I say displacement, this is vector quantity. Displacement is always associated with direction plus magnitude. Like 5 kilometer towards north. So here I am giving direction. This northeast direction here. This 5 kilometer is magnitude. 5 kilometer is magnitude, northeast direction here. Similarly, force is also vector quantity. Like block, if I am applying force of, let's say, 10 Newton in the direction of x, positive x axis, if this is my x axis, so I can write 10 Newton towards positive x axis, towards positive x axis. So here we have seen that this displacement and force both are associated with magnitude plus direction. So this type of physical quantity is called vector quantities. Now you can think of some example of vector quantities. Now speed, what is speed? How speed is defined? Let us give you two situations. You want to travel 100 km. There are two buses. One bus is saying that we will take 2 hours to cover 100 km, and another bus is saying that we will take 4 hours to cover 100 km. Which bus is taking less time? Distance for both buses is same. One bus is taking 2 hours and another bus is taking 4 hours. Let us write example. Like here is the bus. Bus A is taking, here is the time. Bus A is taking 2 hours and bus B is taking 4 hours. And distance is 100 km. If you see, bus A is taking only 2 hours to cover 100 km and bus B is taking 4 hours to cover same distance, that means 100 km. So if you want to reach fast, if you want to reach early, then you have to take bus A. Now if you want to reach late, then you can take bus B. So here this thing, from if I give you one quantity by which you can predict which one will take less time, that quantity is here speed. So basically speed is how much distance that bus is covering in unit hour or in 1 hour. This speed is basically how much distance a bus is covering in unit time. That is speed. So we can define it like that. The rate of change of distance, is called speed. Its SI unit is meter per second. Its SI unit is meter per second. It is scalar quantity. It is scalar quantity. Speed is scalar quantity. Speed is the rate of change of distance. That is your speed, and its SI unit is meter per second. Its other unit is kilometer per hour, meter per minute, millimeter per second. These are the other units. Mathematically, speed is defined as speed equal to total distance traveled by total time. Total distance traveled by total time. Our speed is d by t. Here s denotes speed, d denotes distance, t denotes time. Here s denotes speed, d denotes distance, t denotes time. Velocity. What is the next topic? Velocity. This is the rate of change of displacement is known as velocity. Previously we have seen that rate of change of distance is called as speed. Now rate of change of displacement is called as velocity. This is the rate of change of displacement. The rate of change of displacement is known as velocity. Is called velocity. Its SI unit is meter per second. It is measured in meter per second. It is vector quantity. Now, what is the difference between speed and velocity? Speed will tell you the rate at which distance is changing. Whereas velocity will tell you the rate at which displacement is changing. Speed is a scalar quantity, whereas velocity is vector quantity. Since speed is scalar, so speed cannot be negative. Whereas velocity, being a vector, it can be negative also. Fine. Mathematically, velocity is displacement. Velocity is displacement by time. Mathematically, velocity is displacement by time. Acceleration. What is acceleration? Acceleration will tell you how fast its velocity is changing. What is the rate of changing of its velocity? If someone is starting journey from rest, at that time its velocity is 0. Then after some time its velocity will increase. So basically acceleration will tell you the rate of change of velocity. So what is acceleration? This is basically the rate of change of velocity. The rate of change of velocity. The rate of change of velocity. The rate of change of velocity is called acceleration. Is called acceleration. Its SI unit is meter per second square, and it is vector quantity. It is vector quantity. Mathematically, acceleration can be expressed as velocity by time. What? Velocity by time. This is your acceleration. Now coming to motion, there can be uniform motion, or non-uniform motion. What is this? In uniform motion, object travel equal distance in equal interval of time. Equal distance in equal interval of time. Let us take example. If a person is going to somewhere, if he is covering 10 meter in 2 seconds, in next 2 seconds also he is covering 10 meter. In next 2 seconds he is also covering 10 meter. That means he is traveling equal distance in equal interval of time. That is uniform motion. What is non-uniform motion? In non-uniform motion, when any object cover unequal distance in equal interval of time. That means in first 2 seconds if he is covering 10 meter, and then in next 2 seconds he is covering 5 meter, and in next 2 seconds he is covering 3 meter, and in next 2 seconds he is covering 12 meter. So if you see here, distance travel is not equal in every interval of time. In real life we generally have non-uniform motion because road is not clear, there will be traffic, sometimes you have to slow it down, sometimes you will drive fast. So in real life generally you will travel with non-uniform motion. So what is uniform motion? Here equal distance in equal interval is covered. Equal distance in equal interval of time. Equal interval of time. Here unequal distance here unequal distance in equal interval of time. Equal interval of time. That is non-uniform motion. it means if you see carefully here, object is traveling equal distance in equal interval of time. That means its speed is constant. Here if you see unequal distance in equal interval of time, unequal distance, it means speed is changing. Here you can say that speed equal to constant, and here you can say that speed is not equal to constant. Speed is not equal to constant. So this is the difference between uniform and non-uniform motion.